And welcome in to another episode of Off Script. My name is Zak Herbstreit. Ladies and gentlemen, college football fans, we're talking ACC ball today. And it's something I really don't do too much of. It's usually, SEC, Big Ten, the heavy hitters and stuff like that. But ACC today, and the one thing about the offseason that I love so much right now is just the questions that get brought up. And one question in particular that I want to talk about today is, could Virginia Tech compete for the ACC this upcoming year? But before we get into it today, if you enjoy college football, if you enjoy the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me out a lot, so appreciate you guys. But let's get into it here. First off, Virginia Tech's one of those teams right now that I'm buying stock into because I know their trajectory, at least 2, 3, 4 years from now, is just going to continue to skyrocket. Recruiting, NIL, all this stuff, the money they're getting in, the James Franklin just effect there. I'm buying stock now. So Virginia Tech fans, like I said, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be making Virginia Tech videos all year long, so do not miss that. But the question this year, like I said at the beginning of the video, is can they not only make noise in the ACC, but can they compete to get to the ACC championship? But before we talk about Virginia Tech, I want to talk about just realistic ACC contenders. I think there is quite a few. Obviously, first off, you have Miami. Darian Mensah, Malachi Toney, Mark Fletcher, absolute studs all across the board. So they're probably the team to beat, and Virginia Tech will have an opportunity to play them and beat them. So that's going to be an interesting game to see. Next up would be SMU. They got their quarterback Jennings coming back, playoff team 2-3 years ago, so know what it takes to kind of get there, knows what it takes to win in the ACC. Another team here, Louisville, sneaky team, just got Lincoln Keenholz from Ohio State. Jeff Brom just really trajectory of that program as well is skyrocketing. And then Clemson. You can't count on Clemson. I know they've been, down the past couple of years, but just something about Dabo and him being doubted, knowing he'll kind of turn back and be like, all right, yeah, we're going to get it going again. So Clemson, I sneaky Clemson in there. But look at Virginia Tech, at least on sports books, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the ACC, sitting at 6.5 win total right now. And that is an improvement from last year. 3-9, going up to 6-7 wins. Like I would take that if I was a Virginia Tech fan. But my thoughts on Virginia Tech in year one under James Franklin, and just bear with me here. First things first, I would say it's not impossible, it's not improbable to hear of a complete turnaround in college football. And my perfect example of this is Indiana. Look at them in 2023 compared to 2024. 2023, they were 3-9, exactly like the Hokies. 2024, they go 11-1, had monumental success, make it to the playoff, first round exit in Notre Dame and everything, but still, like, so much promise there. Now, do I think that will happen with Virginia Tech? Well, that's a little bit of a stretch. But, if you have a coach that is more than capable of doing that with James Franklin. Kirk Cignetti, yes, incredible coach. Ryan Day, yes, incredible coach. Dan Lanning, yes, incredible coach. All these guys. James Franklin's right in that mix. So that would be the coach to have a complete flip like that. James Franklin is one of those coaches capable of doing that. But I think being realistic for this Hokies team, knowing what they got from the portal, a lot of portal guys, a lot of recruiting classes are going to be really good. But knowing what they got, I think 7-8 wins is probably realistic for this Virginia Tech team. I think that would show immense promise, getting to a bowl game, close games with really good opponents, showing that, hey, we're right there with top-tier college football teams, playoff teams. We're right there. We maybe just need a couple more recruits. Maybe we just need a couple more better coaching, stuff like that. But we're right there. We're right there. That's what I think this year is going to be for Virginia Tech. Kind of the hope that, hey, we're not far off. We're close, but we're not there yet. That's what I think this Virginia Tech team is going to be this upcoming year. Because when you take a look at the schedule, it's not a cakewalk. It's not that stereotypical ACC, walk through the – no. Because you go at Cal, you go at Clemson, at SMU, at Miami, all pretty hard games. And like I said, hopefully a couple of those, it's neck and neck going to the fourth quarter and they win in the last second field goal and you're like, dang. But hey, we played really well. That was really that was promising. I feel good about that. There's losses out there. You get blown out and you're like, dang, all right, that one hurt. But then there's those losses where you're neck and neck the whole entire game, and you're like, well, at least we showed that we can compete with the big dogs. That's what you want to see out of Virginia Tech this upcoming year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made noise in the ACC in year one under James Franklin. I wouldn't be surprised at all, just knowing his track record and what he can do to programs like that. So I think they make noise, but I think they fall just short of the ACC championship conversations. But all in all, I think they have a great year. And I'm really excited for Virginia Tech. Like I said, I'm buying stock now because I know this team, this program will be good in the future. But Virginia Tech fans, I want to hear from you. What are your expectations going into this season? I'd love to hear from you guys, so leave comments below. But like I said, my name's Zak Herbstreit. This is Off Script. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you guys soon.